Senator McDonald.
Thank you, Mr Acting Deputy President. Well, where and oh where was Senator Carr when, as Industry Minister in the last government, he presided over the greatest decline in manufacturing that Australia has ever seen? And the man you've just been listening to, with all of these fine words about developing Australia's capacity in manufacturing and in defence procurement, was the actual minister in charge of manufacturing when Holden went towards bankruptcy and shut down, when Ford shut down, when manufacturing across Australia went overseas because the then government completely priced Australian manufacturers out of the game with their carbon tax, their mining tax and all other taxes. Where was Senator Carr's fine words when he was the minister able to do something about it? And Mr Acting Deputy President, I asked Senator Carr, where was he when his government single-handedly destroyed what had been for 20 to 30 years a very vibrant, successful and prosperous shipbuilding industry in Cairns? Now, I know Senator Carr has a thing against Cairns. We just remember last week how he slagged off at James Cook University of Townsville and Cairns, saying it wasn't a university capable of doing good research work, and called the grant for the Australian Institute of Tropical Health and Medicine a world-class facility building upon JCU's world-class reputation in tropical research, and Senator Carr referred to it as pork barrelling. Now, if anyone was inclined to believe anything the previous speaker said, they should just look at his attitude towards Townsville and Cairns in the university area, but more importantly, have a look what Senator Carr did when the Labor government in Queensland and the Labor government in Canberra shut down what had been a very successful shipbuilding industry in Cairns. And for Senator Carr to come in here and claim crocodile tears over the demise of the shipbuilding industry, where were you, Senator, when you could have done something about it? Where was your colleague, Senator McLucas, when the Australian shipbuilding industry in Cairns was brought to its knees by a deliberate decision of the Labor Party government in Queensland and the Labor Party government here? Now, perhaps I'm wronging Senator Faulkner, who was at the time the Defence Minister, because I know Senator Faulkner was prepared to sign the contract for Cairns to build certain sections of the hulls of the air warfare destroyers. They're the shipbuilding work that the southern rust bucket states, if I can call them that, are currently experiencing difficulty with building those air warfare destroyers. Cairns was going to be part of that. And on the eve of signing the contract for the Cairns shipbuilding, NQEA, North Queensland Engineers and Agents, who had built the patrol boats, had built survey craft, had done a lot of work in the shipbuilding area, the Queensland Labor government pulled the rug from under them, withdrew the bond that it had been asked to pick up, a lousy $20 million, and did we hear one squeak from Senator Carr when that vibrant shipbuilding industry was sent to the wall? Not a word from Senator Carr, and regrettably not a word from Senator McLucas, who claims to be based in the city of Cairns, where this very vibrant shipbuilding industry was based. Now, I'd just love Senator Carr to explain why all of those fine words he's just delivered in support of Australian manufacturing, why he didn't actually put his words into action when he was the minister and could have done something about it. And where was Senator Carr when the Cairns shipbuilding industry, employing lots of workers, skilled workers in the shipbuilding trade, had the rug pulled out from them by the Queensland Labor government and the federal Labor government? It's okay to get up here in the chamber and have all of these fine words about what should be done with shipbuilding in Australia and what should be done with manufacturing. But Senator Carr, who just spoke on those things, was in a position to do something about it. He was the minister. And as I said, he presided over the greatest downturn in manufacturing industry in Australia ever. So how can anyone take any notice of what Senator Carr has said? Mr Acting Deputy President, I just say to Senator Madigan, he'd be pleased to see that this government has brought forward the proposals to get proper drawings done for the Pacific Patrol Boat Program and some other shipbuilding work, things that the previous Labor government should have done, but didn't get round to doing. And so, Senator Madigan, you were talking about that. You should be congratulating Senator Johnson and this government for what they have done in relation to getting some work for the Australian shipbuilding industry. But I conclude, Mr Acting Deputy President, by again asking Senator Carr, where were you when you could have done something about it? Where were you when you single-handedly destroyed the Cairns shipbuilding industry? And where was Senator McLucas, a Cairns-based senator, when she could have done something to help the Cairns shipbuilding industry? Now, Mr Acting Deputy President, I have a few seconds to go, but I'll stop here and now. I suspect people haven't come in the chamber to hear my oratory. Finish the speech with some sadness in acknowledging that it precedes what I know will be a fine speech from a fine Australian, a fine Queenslander, a guy who has done so much for all of Australia, and it's a great pleasure to be a colleague of Senator Boswell's and to be in here to hear what I know will be a magnificent valedictory speech.